stand for silent prayer. So I invite Mr. Sachin Santosh, graduate student, member IEEE SSCS, for reading out the IEEE Code of Ethics.
We, the members of the IEEE, in recognition of the importance of our technologies in affecting the quality of life throughout the world, and in accepting a personal obligation to our profession and the communities we serve, do hereby commit ourselves to the highest ethical and professional conduct and agree to uphold the highest standards of integrity, responsible behavior, and ethical conduct in professional activities, to hold paramount the safety, health, and welfare of the public, to strive to comply with ethical design and sustainable development practices, to protect the privacy of others, and to disclose promptly factors that might endanger the public or the environment, to improve the understanding by individuals and society of the capabilities and societal implications of conventional and emerging technologies, including intelligent systems, to avoid real or perceived conflicts of interest whenever possible, and to disclose them to affected parties when they do exist, to avoid unlawful conduct in professional activities, and to reject bribery in all its forms, to seek, accept, and offer honest criticism of technical work, to acknowledge and correct errors, to be honest and realistic in stating claims or estimates based on available data, and to credit properly the contributions of others, to maintain and improve our technical competence, and to undertake technological tasks for others only if qualified by training or experience, or after full disclosure of pertinent limitations, to treat all persons fairly and with respect, to avoid harassment or discrimination, and to avoid injuring others, to treat all persons fairly and with respect, and to not engage in discrimination based on characteristics such as race, religion, gender, disability, age, national origin, sexual orientation, gender identity, or gender expression, to not engage in harassment of any kind, including sexual harassment or bullying behavior, to avoid injuring others, their property, reputation, or employment by false or malicious actions, rumors, or any other verbal or physical abuses, to strive to ensure this code is upheld by colleagues and co-workers, to support colleagues and co-workers in the following this code of ethics, to strive to ensure the code is upheld, and to not retaliate against individuals reporting a violation. Thank you.
Thank you, Sachin. Mr. Ajit Ravindran, Chair IEEE SSCS Kerala Chapter, is with us to deliver the welcome address. Over to you, sir.
Respected President of the function, Professor Muhammad Qasim S., Founder Chair, IEEE SSCS Kerala Chapter and Vice Chair, IEEE Kerala Section. Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. John Long, IEEE SSCS President. Dr. Alvin Lok, IEEE SSCS Chapter's Chair. Dr. K.R. Suresh Nair, Chair, IEEE India Council. All the dignitaries who accepted our invitation and joined the meeting, fellow IEEE members, colleagues, and students, with immense pleasure, I stand before you to officially welcome all of you to the inauguration of the IEEE SSCS Kerala Chapter. Let me start off with my duties without delay. First of all, I welcome President of the function, Professor Muhammad Qasim S., Founder Chair, SSCS Kerala Chapter and Vice Chair, IEEE Kerala Section, to this meeting. Without the initiative and support from Qasim sir, this chapter won't be materialized. On behalf of IEEE SSCS Kerala Chapter, I extend a warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you.
Next, we have Dr. John Long, IEEE SSCS President, with us as our chief guest. He is the faculty member with the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, University of Waterloo, Canada, and with a great experience in IC design for millimeter wave and high-speed data communication. With immense pleasure, I welcome you to this meeting, sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you for the warm welcome. Pleased to be here.
Thank you. We also have Dr. Alvin Lok, IEEE SSCS Chapter's Chair, and Dr. K.R. Suresh Nair, Chair, IEEE India Council, with us today. behalf of IEEE SSCS Kerala Chapter, I heartily welcome both of you to this meeting.
Thank you.
For the
I take
pleasant
this opportunity
invitation.
I take this opportunity to welcome Dr. Samir SM, Secretary IEEE Region 10, Dr. Millie Leonard, Chair IEEE Kerala Section, Mr. Harish Mysore, Senior Director IEEE India Operations, Mrs. Lauren Kasro, Administrator IEEE Solid State Circuit Society, Mrs. Abira Altar, Technical Community Program Specialist IEEE Solid State Circuit Society, to this meeting. I would also like to welcome Dr. Srilal S. Pillai, Chair IEEE Circuits and Systems Society Kerala Chapter and Advisor of IEEE SSCS Kerala Chapter, and also Dr. Nisha Kuruvula, Advisor IEEE SSCS Kerala Chapter, to this meeting. Welcome both of you to this meeting. This program won't be materialized without the great support of the SSCS EXICOM members from IEEE SSCS Kerala Chapter. I take this opportunity to welcome Dr. Ayub Khan TE, Vice Chair, Mr. Kadar AA, Secretary, Mr. Girish M, Joint Secretary, Mrs. Chindu and Matthew, Treasurer, Mrs. Ponmalar M, V Chair, Dr. B Bhuvan, Industry Engagement Committee Chair, Dr. Anju Pradeep, Conference Committee Chair, Mr. Aji Joseph George, Student Activities Committee Chair, and Mr. Jidin, Research and Publication Committee Chair, to this meeting. Not but the least, I welcome all the dignitaries from IEEE Kerala Section and all IEEE members to this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Ajit sir. We have with us Professor Muhammad Qasim S, who is the founder chair of IEEE SSCS Kerala Chapter. He is also the vice chair of IEEE Kerala Section. Having over 38 years of experience in education and industrial sector, sir is currently working as professor at IKM College of Engineering, Kollam. IEEE is more like a part of his life, and for over 22 years, he has been a member of IEEE Kerala Section, EXICOM, and he has won various awards. And recently, he was awarded by IEEE India Council as Outstanding Volunteer. I invite you, sir, for the presidential address.
Thank you, Chindu. And good morning and good evening to one and all present here. Respected Chief Guest of our inaugural session, Dr. John Lok, President IEEE Solid State Circuit Society, Dr. K.R. Suresh Nair, Chair IEEE India Council, Dr. Alvin Lok, Chapters Chair IEEE Solid State Circuit Society, Dr. Samir SM, Secretary IEEE Region 10, Dr. Millie Leonard, Chair IEEE Kerala Section, Mr. Harish Mysore, Senior Director India Operations, then Mrs. Abira Altwater, Technical Community Programs Specialist, IEEE Solid State Circuit Society, and Mrs. Lauren Caruso, hopes she will join soon, Administrator IEEE SSCS. Then Dr. Srilal S. Pillai, the Chair of Circuits and Systems Society, Kerala Chapter, and Advisor of SSCS Kerala Chapter. Dr. Nisha Kuruvula, Advisor of SSCS Kerala Chapter. Professor Ajit, Chair, SSCS Kerala Chapter. Dr. T. Ayub Khan, Vice Chair. Then Kadar, Secretary. Then distinguished guests, Kerala Section EXICOM members, and my dear participants of this inaugural session. It is a happy moment for all of us at this point of time, being part of the inaugural session of the newly approved IEEE Solid State Circuit Society chapter under Kerala Section. Solid State Circuit Society Kerala Chapter is the 14th independent society chapters of Kerala Section. The chapter got approval on 6th March 2022 with 45 members on roll. Currently, we are with 69 members and increase of more than 50% in a short span. And let me brief few points regarding our Kerala section also to the SSCS officers. Others already knows about more about Kerala section. Kerala section started as a subsection in 1975 and it became a full section in November 1983. Our three society chapters, which were initially formed, the first society chapter was the Computer Society chapter formed in 1985. The second one was the IEEE PLS joint chapter started in 1989. And the third one, that was the Power and Energy Society chapter, started in 1999. These three chapters are now standing globally number 1, number 2, and number 3. PES with nearly 3,000 members standing at number 1 position. Computer Society with 2,500 plus members standing at number 2, and joint chapter with 2,000 plus members standing at number 3. And the membership count on the membership count, there is a global positioning, as well as these chapters are also performing extremely well these days, bagging too many laurels to Kerala section. In addition to, there are few other significant society chapters also. These three society chapters initially formed in the 20th century, they are performing extremely well these days. And our society chapter, there is a Solid State Circuit Society, is approved on March 6th, means nearly 2 months. And we are actually working to make it one of the vibrant chapters in Kerala section first, then in India Council, after that Region 10, and we are planning to make it bigger and bigger. The Kerala section also stands globally number 1 among all sections with more than 12,000 members. And the second section that is in terms of membership count is the Beijing section with 9,000. So there is a gap of more than 3,000 members, and that means on a lead of 3,000 plus members for Kerala section, and it really covers 3.5% of the IEEE membership. So Kerala section is, and the different activities of the Kerala section by the different OUs. And as I said, we are having 14 independent society chapters on joint chapter, then on technical council chapter, 4 affinity groups, then 80 plus active student branches, then 220 plus active student branch chapters, and 4 affinity groups. So the Kerala section is performing these days extremely well with activities as well as membership count, and we are having a lot of membership development program in all the OUs. So Kerala section, we really feel proud to be a member of IEEE Kerala section. And now, with the membership development activities and the number of programs organized by the different organization units of Kerala section, IEEE Kerala section stands globally number 1 in terms of membership count with 12,000 plus active members. As a founder chair of Solid State Circuit Society chapter, a meeting of the members was held immediately after the chapter approval, and a new team of office bearers was elected under the leadership of the chair, Professor Ajit Ravindran. And the new leadership team took office on March 26th itself, and we had a meeting with the SSCS officers under the leadership of Dr. Alvin Lok. And so that was a very fruitful meeting for the SSCS Kerala chapter, and SSCS offered full support to the activities of SSCS Kerala chapter, and we really feel proud and happy with the support offered by the SSCS. Okay, so we are the SSCS is really supporting all our activities, and currently we are developing a website also. We got a website, and the website is under development, so it is to be there in a short span of time. And this year in 2022, IEEE Kerala Section is organizing two international events. One is the IEEE Women in Engineering International Leadership Summit 2022, which is to be held at Hotel Uday Samudra, Kovalam. And the second event is the flagship event of India Council, that is Indicon 2022, to be held in November 2022 at Kochi. And these two are the two international events that we are taking up, and we expect the full support of all of you and all the IEEE organizations in this regard. And I request SSCS to give a chance to the members, the female student members of SSCS to attend the Women in Engineering International Leadership Summit coming up in July by sponsoring some of the student members of our Solid State Circuit Society chapter. Or a few members from India also. That is also most welcome. That is, the students should get a opportunity, a chance to witness such an international event taking place in Kerala. Last time we had one Women in Engineering International Leadership Summit at Kochi, and at that time Industry Application Society sponsored 30 female students to attend the program. So we are expecting SSCS also to support our student members to join the International Leadership Summit, Women in Engineering International Leadership Summit. And really, the activities of all the chapters are good, and the affinity groups are performing well. And we have the student activities team, that is a link local integrated network of IEEE Kerala students. Link team is performing well. Then the membership development team is also performing, and we are also standing #1 in membership count, as I said before. So the whole OUs or the volunteers of IEEE Kerala section is doing very good in terms of the membership development, and to make the activities also better and very good, and #1 to make Kerala section always, to keep Kerala section always #1. And I thank all the volunteers of IEEE Kerala section for their continuous effort to support the activities of IEEE Kerala section. And at this point of time, I wish all the best for the Solid Circuit Society chapter for their activities in the coming days. And Ajit Ravindran already had planned a number of activities, including workshops and this IVs, industrial visits, and so on. And I wish all the best to the activities of Solid State Circuit Society chapter. And my sincere thanks to the support extended by Solid State Circuit Society leaders, then the leaders of ARTEN, India Council, and Kerala section for their continuous support in supporting the activities of the different OUs. With these words, I thank the organizing team, the guests, and the participants who are attending this meeting. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We have with us Dr. Anju Pradeep, Conference Committee Chair, IEEE SSCS Kerala Chapter, currently working as Professor in Cochin University of Science and Technology. I request you, ma'am, to introduce Dr. John Long, IEEE SSCS President, who will be giving the inaugural address.
Thank you. Good evening and good morning to all. Dr. John Long received his master's and doctoral degrees in electronics from Carleton University, Ottawa, Canada in 1992 and 96 respectively. He was with the Advanced Technology Laboratory of Nortel Networks, Ottawa for nearly a decade before his academic career at the University of Toronto, Canada from 1996 to 2002. From 2002 to 14, he was the chair of Electronics Research Laboratory, Delft University of Technology, the Netherlands. He is currently a faculty member with the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, University of Waterloo, Canada. Professor Long has a long association with IEEE. He is a former associate editor of the IEEE Journal of Solid-State Circuits and a distinguished lecturer for the Solid-State Circuit Society. Also, he is a fellow of IEEE and the president of IEEE Solid-State Circuit Society. His research interests include low power and broadband circuits for highly integrated wireless transceivers, energy efficient wireless sensors, and integrated circuit design for the millimeter wave and high speed data communication. Sir, I request you to enlighten us with your inaugural address. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the kind introduction. First of all, I'd like to give my thanks to the executive in Kerala for their successful petition for a chapter there. And I'd like to welcome the chapter to the SSCS family. We're looking forward to seeing your participation in our Solid State Circuit Society activities. As you know, we offer a wide range of activities for both industry practitioners and students, including webinars, distinguished lectures, conferences, educational videos via YouTube, and many other things. We also like to celebrate the activities of the local chapters, and we look forward to seeing the activities in Kerala being documented and broadcast wider to our community around the world through the magazine and through the website and newsletter of the SSCS. One thing that we like to focus on in the SSCS, of course, is growth in the membership. And I was very pleased to hear from Professor Muhammad that the Kerala chapter, even though it's only just starting, is growing rapidly and is attracting a lot of interest in the Southwest Asian community in India. The excitement around the new chapter I find very refreshing. It's great to see people that are interested in the SSCS activities and see the opportunity of the SSCS to grow your community and to provide a means for education and for networking within practitioners and professionals within our field. I'd also like to thank Dr. Alvin Lok, who has worked very tirelessly to promote the chapters within the SSCS. We now have over 100 chapters, and there are a number of activities that are promoted to the chapters by Dr. Lok, and I'll look forward to seeing Kerala's section participating very strongly within these activities. Once again, I'd like to welcome you to the SSCS family, and I'll look forward to interacting with you through our many promotions, virtual meetings, and conferences in the future. Thanks again, and welcome to everyone.
Thank you, Dr. John Long. Next, we have a special address by Dr. Alvin Lok, IEEE SSCS Chapter Chair. I request Anju ma'am to introduce him.
Dr. Alvin Lok is an industry veteran working on CMOS technology and designs since 1998. He has been an active volunteer with the IEEE Solid State Circuit Society since 2003. He received his undergraduate degree in engineering physics with the highest honors from the University of British Columbia and the MS and PhD degrees in electrical engineering from Stanford University. He was the recipient of a Canadian NSCRC 1967 scholarship. He worked several years in CMOS process integration at HP Labs and Chartered Semiconductor before shifting to WLAN design and design technology interface at Agilent, Advanced Micro Devices, and Qualcomm. He is presently a director in the TSMC San Diego Design Center working on next generation CMOS analog mixed signal design and technology co-optimization. He has authored over 50 publications and holds 25 US patents. Dr. Lok is currently the IEEE Solid State Society Webinar Coordinator for North America, Chair of the San Diego SSCS Chapter, and VLSI Symposia Committee member. In the past, he has served as IEEE Journal of Solid State Circuits and IEEE Solid State Circuits Letters Guest Editor, and also as SSCS Distinguished Lecturer. The chapters he led has won several laurels. He also received IEEE Region 5 Outstanding Member Service Award in 2010. It's our privilege to have you here, sir, and to hear from you with such experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Anju. Good evening, everyone. It is a real honor to be part of this inauguration festivities. I do want to echo the same sentiments as our society president, Professor John Long. Welcome to the Solid State Circuits Society family. It is indeed an honor to have such a growing and vibrant chapter join the SSCS community. So. I don't have a ton of things I want to say, except just to let you know that you have our full support as you embark as a new chapter. There are lots of resources available. Adam Greenberg, our society executive director, and various admins who have been fantastic. Abira Altvater. Lauren Caruso, as well as Danielle Marinez. So please reach out to us in whatever way you need so that we can help you in getting your chapter to be active. Now, there are lots of resources that are already available. And related to how to run chapters, how to run effective chapter events. We have posted this in the society chapters website, and also, as we have Sir Muhammad and Ajit and team, please, if there's any need to reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to have one-on-one calls or just have the video calls to give you guys ideas or figure out how we can help. And we're always here to help you. Now, just to kind of also mention our chapter, we are always looking for new and innovative ways to expand chapter activities and creative activities and so forth. We have more and more of a thrust in addition to what chapters normally do, which is to host seminars and or webinars for our society members. This is what chapters usually do, but normally, in addition to that, we would like to really expand chapter activities and offerings to see how we can reach out to university level students, as well as pre-university students in high school or secondary school, in hopes of encouraging them to join this really exciting field and industry in which we all partake. So with that said, I look forward to hearing about all the exciting activities that you guys have in place. On that, we are also reaching out to encourage more and more gender diversity in our industry and also in our society. Okay, so with that said, welcome to the Solid State Circuits Society family, and look forward to plenty of exciting engagements and hearing about all the exciting things that your chapter has in store. Thanks once again for the opportunity. It's really my honor. Anju? Oh.
Thank you, Dr. Alvin Lok. We have Dr. K.R. Suresh Nair, Chair IEEE India Council, for a special address. I invite Anju ma'am to introduce him.
Dr. Suresh Nair, an alumnus of Department of Electrical Engineering, IIT Bombay, has spent his initial career at TIFR and subsequently at Samir R&D Lab Ministry of Information Technology, Government of India. Later, he was with Nest as Global Chief Technology Officer, heading the technology strategies. Dr. Nair is presently the Chief Technology Advisor to Foundation for Innovation and Social Entrepreneurship and Initiative of Tata Trust, and also the founder of two companies, Design Alpha and Biophoton Technologies. He has more than 120 publications, 18 patents, co-authored 3 books, and more than 200 technical reports to his credit. He has been conferred with many awards, including the IEEE Outstanding Researcher Award. He is chairman of many Government of India committees on R&D and is also a part of project management group of Maker Village. Dr. Nair is a senior member of IEEE and is currently chair-elect IEEE India Council. He is an active promoter of Academic Industry Association and is passionate in mentoring youngsters as entrepreneurs. Sir, we are fortunate to have you with us, and I'm sure that we would benefit from your association with the chapter. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. That was a long introduction. Thank you for that. Respected dignitaries, my fellow IEEE colleagues, good morning, as well as good evening. First of all, congratulations and my humble appreciations to Professor Muhammad Qasim, Professor Ajit Ravindra, and the whole team for initiating to form a chapter of Solid State Circuit Society within Kerala Section. That too, when Solid State Circuit Society is celebrating its silver jubilee. Thank you for having me in this grand inaugural event. We have almost 57 attendees today for this meeting, which shows the interest of the members in this area. Professional societies play a vital role in IEEE. As the IEEE tagline itself says, advancing technology for the society. The technology part here comes from the society activities. And of course, the later society part comes from the other volunteering. Our professional career growth is always fueled by our own involvement as well as our technical contribution as a member in such society activities. We have almost 54,000 members within the 13 sections of IEEE India Council, and Kerala section plays a leading role in initiating many innovative programs. As we understand, IEEE Solid State Circuit Society's field of interest is the design, implementation, and application of solid state integrated circuits. I have gone through the website, and PICO Open Source Chipathon is a great initiative by Solid State Circuit Society. Understanding the fundamentals of solid state circuits still makes it the hardest subject in the undergraduation and also makes it infamous to among college students. So this newly formed society can always support the students through by sharing the expertise available within. My personal experience on solid state circuits was something special on fabricating optical integrated circuits using lithography, reactive ion etching, and all those things. Beautiful long old days, and also known as planar light wave circuits. Government of India is planning to go very strong in fabrication of chips within the country. You can see a lot of initiatives happening now, and this makes it most relevant to have strong SSCS team here. Great initiative. I use this opportunity to invite Dr. John Long and Dr. Alvin Lok and others to visit India. We extend a warm invitation. I wish all the very best to the Kerala team of Solid State Circuit Society, and we look forward to vibrancy and variety of activities as we do here. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, Dr. K.R. Suresh, sir. Next, we have a small virtual photo session. I request everyone to kindly turn on your videos for a brief moment. Thank you, everyone. We have with us Mrs. Ponmalar M, WIE Chair, IEEE SSCS Kerala Chapter, currently working as scientist in IISU Thiruvananthapuram. I request you, ma'am, to introduce Dr. Samir SM, Secretary, IEEE Region 10, who will be felicitating the gathering.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Chintu. Dr. Samir SM is a professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, National Institute of Technology, Calicut. He has authored several research publications in international journals and conference proceedings and holds 2 US patents. He is a senior member of IEEE and served in various capacities within IEEE, currently working as a secretary at IEEE Region 10, it's Asia Pacific. So I welcome you, sir.
Thank you very much, Miller, for the kind introduction. And am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. And distinguished guests attending this meeting and my dear fellow volunteers of IEEE Kerala Section. It's indeed a proud moment for IEEE Kerala Section, the inauguration of another technical society chapter, which is basically focusing on very a very important research area of which Dr. Suresh Nair has already mentioned, that something very relevant to the progress of India in the next decade. And he has already touched upon the importance of this. The government of India has made several initiatives now to proceed with the fabrication of circuits and chips, etc., indigenously, and hence there will be a requirement for a lot of trained manpower in this particular area. And in this area, there are many master students. There are in many of the academic institutions in Kerala, MTech program in microelectronics, VLSI, and related embedded systems and related areas are there. And many research scholars are working in institutions in Kerala on these areas. So therefore, there is a great scope for connecting all these budding researchers, engineers, etc., in one umbrella under the auspices of IEEE Solid State Circuits and System Society, and give them the right content and exposure with the help of the distinguished speakers of the society and other leaders of the society to have the right focus for these young students to get trained and contribute to the nation building. And this is also a happy occasion for me because Ajit Ravindran has started the activities of Solid State Circuit Society in his student branch at a modest level by taking up some projects, and it gradually evolved to a level where we could start the formation of a society chapter. And in fact, that shows a right model also, that rather than initiating a chapter on a fine day, let us, associate with the activities of the chapter at different levels, and later on, at some point of time, focus on, networking all these together to form a new technical society chapter. So that is a good model, and congratulations to Professor Kasim, Professor Ajit Ravindran, and all other new office bearers of the society. And SSCS is a society which is which generously support projects and activities of the groups. Even before starting the chapter, they have supported tremendously for various projects. So I'm sure that with this new society chapter, the society headquarters would be extending more support for activities of the chapter at Kerala section. And I wish all the very best for the society to flourish in the years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Samir SM. Next, we have Dr. Millie Leonard, Chair, IEEE Kerala Section, for felicitation. I request Ponmalar ma'am to introduce her.
Yes. Dr. Millie Leonard is a systems manager of Cochin University of Science and Technology currently. She's a technology leader for more than 3 decades of experience in information management with a doctorate in computer science. Her areas of interest are information security, information retrieval, ontology, and SNA. Her association with IEEE started during her undergraduate student days. Currently, she is the chair of IEEE Kerala Section. Professionally, she is active and engaged in many ways and has held key technology and executive management leadership positions in other professional organizations also. She was the organizing chair of IEEE IEEE Kochi 2018. Dr. Ulanath had many awards and accolades to her credit. She was a Chevening Fellow in Cybersecurity and Information Assurance at Defense Academy, UK. She was a Fulbright Scholar at Virginia Tech. She has received CICC Scholarship Japan, an information scientist by profession, networker of grassroots, and formal knowledge by passion. She is a leader and activist in her community who enjoys working with diverse groups of people at organizations which are inclusive and innovative. It's a great honor for me, ma'am, to introduce you. Yeah, welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Poritala, for that great introduction. I'm really humble. Respected dignitaries, Dr. John Long, President, Solid State Circuit Society, Dr. Alvin Lok, and other dignitaries, my IEEE colleagues, my dear students, greetings from IEEE Kerala Section. As already, I am continuing with what my predecessors have already mentioned. I'm not repeating that. It's a matter of pride for Kerala Section to add Solid State Circuit Society as a 14th independent society. As already mentioned, this is a community which is providing multiple resources for the members as well as students, and I'm sure that this is really going to add value to our existing community. Kerala Section is very much known for its vibrancy of activities, both at the student level as well as the professional level. And I'm sure that the new leadership under Mr. Ajit Ravindran, Professor Kasim, and all the others will take this forward in the right direction. Mentioning one more, as Professor Kasim has already mentioned, this year we have host 2 major activities, and I'm sure that women in circuits will wholeheartedly extend all the support for the IEEE IEEE, which is going to happen on July 29th and 30th. I'm reminding you again, and also all your support for our INDICON, the India Council flagship event, which is happening in November 24 to 26, and extending all the very best. Wishing you a very vibrant and an exciting year ahead. Thank you very much. Once again, expecting all the cooperation from the Solid State Circuits Society, and wishing you the very best to become the #1 globally, as Professor Kasim has already mentioned. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Millie Leonard. We have Mr. Harish, Senior Director, IEEE India Operation, to felicitate the gathering. I request Panmalar ma'am to introduce him.
Yes. Mr. Harish Mysore is the Senior Director of IEEE and Manager IEEE's India's Operations Center. He has 25 years of industry experience. Prior to joining IEEE in 2011, Harish Mysore has worked in IBM India as Program Director for Semiconductor R&D and Design Division, and also managed IP licensing and alliances for IBM in India. Harish has also worked in Texas Instruments as General Manager, Motorola, Analog Devices, and Wipro in technology development and business leadership roles. In his current role as a Senior Director IEEE India Operations, Harish is managing a team of 50 staff in India. The organization works on IEEE standards, software development, marketing, and sales for India, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka. The Indian office is instrumental in development of educational programs in India and to increase IEEE visibility in India through various initiatives. He is also working on expanding IEEE membership base and improving membership experiences in India. Mr. Harish is working towards bringing internationally acclaimed IEEE seminars and conferences to India. He is a member of several associations and industry bodies in India. Mr. Harish has a deep understanding of technology and public policy. It's an honor for me, sir, to introduce you. Welcome.
Thank you, madam, for the kind introduction. Respected dignitaries, greetings from IEEE India Operations Center. I would like to begin saying that Dr. Ajit, who initiated this activity almost in March 2017, I had the opportunity to be there when education program related to solid state circuit society was launched. I think it has taken 5 years and come a long way to form the full chapter under the Kerala section, which is certainly the most vibrant in this part of the world. And Ajit's initiative continuously, along with Bijuna and other volunteers, has borne fruit at this level. Now, if you look at it, the semiconductor is a very large market. If you look at, according to SEMI, it's around 550 billion this year and reaching 650 next year by the end of this year. And also create something like $3 to $5 trillion of other activities in the electronic product design, manufacturing, and other things. India is being a leader in the semiconductor design side, even though we did not have manufacturing up to now. The current government of India policy has already generated 3 serious interests to manufacture semiconductor chips in India in the advanced nodes. That perhaps will bear fruit in 1 to 2 years. It is good to get ready with the activities what we have. Solid state circuit design here in India, especially analog and mixed signal and digital design here, is one of the largest manpower force anywhere in the world. Even if you visit United States, you will still see people of Indian origin working in that area. So here, even in the solid state circuit society, our own Shanti Pavan from IIT Madras has been the VP of publications now. You know, I really feel the Indian engineering force, especially the students who are graduating now, should take this domain very, very seriously. And India office is here to support you in any manner you need. Whenever you conduct technical activities, workshops, seminars, distinguished lecture tours, or even to create new conferences or bring the existing internationally renowned conferences to India, we will be of support to you. With that, I would like to congratulate everyone who has worked tirelessly to make this happen. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Due to some technical glitches, we couldn't capture everyone in the frame. So I request everyone to kindly turn on your videos for a brief moment.
Please turn on your cameras.
Thank you all. We have with us Mr. Girish M, Joint Secretary, IEEE SSCS Kerala Chapter, who is currently working as a hardware engineer in Hyderabad. I request you, sir, to invite Dr. Srilal Pillai, Chair, Circuits and Systems Society, Kerala Chapter and Advisor, IEEE SSCS Kerala Chapter.
Good evening, good morning all. Dr. Srilal Pillai is a senior avionics engineer at the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO. His areas of interest include microelectronic devices, analog and mixed signal, circuits and systems design, nanotechnology, embedded systems, field programmable gate arrays, and electronic instrumentation. He has done masters from IIT Madras and PhD from National University of Singapore. He has been working at ISRO for over 30 years. We are very excited to have you here, sir, and we welcome you to this function.
Thank you for that introduction. Respected dignitaries attending the function, IEEE and SSCS members. I've been a member of IEEE SSCS Society for the past 10 years or so, and I have been following its activities very closely because my PhD topic also happens to be in the area. So it is one of the most exciting fields of activities of IEEE that SSCS is engaging itself in. Earlier, it used to be the VLSI circuits based on silicon microelectronics. Significant advancement in technology has been achieved, and the contribution of the SSCS society towards that has been quite significant. But later, with the other overlapping confluence of other overlapping technologies like micro-electromechanical systems, nanotechnology, all these areas have contributed to this area of solid-state devices or the field of solid-state devices. And with the confluence of these different technologies, the area of interest of the SSCS has really become multidisciplinary in nature. For example, in MEMS, you are having different domains like chemical, mechanical, optical. All these play a major part in the realization of devices which are required for that particular technology. So I am quite sure that opening the SSCS chapter in Kerala is a significant step to giving a boost to the activities of the society in this part of the country. And if some of you might have noticed that SSCS is particularly a society which provides its services at a very moderate cost. If you compare the various societies, membership cost as well as the cost involved in attending conferences, etc., is quite low in the case of SSCS, and therefore quite affordable also, even though they work at the cutting edge of the technology. So it is quite heartening to note that the SSCS activities are picking up in this part of the country also. And I'm sure that professionals as well as students will benefit quite a lot from the opening of the On my part, I would like to extend best wishes and wholehearted support by way of advice, guidance, or volunteering the activities for taking the SSCS activities forward. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. We have with us Dr. Ayub Kanti, Vice Chair, IEEE SSCS Kerala Chapter. I request you, sir, to felicitate the gathering.
Respected dignitaries attending this inaugural function of IEEE SSCS Kerala Chapter, I am really happy to be a part of the Solid State Circuit Society chapter that is operating under the IEEE Kerala Section. I express my special thanks to the founder chair, Professor Muhammad Qasim, who worked hard to start this chapter, and the newly formed EXICO members led by Professor Ajit and team, who extends wholehearted support to all the new initiatives of this SSCS chapter. As the Vice Chair of the SSCS chapter, I offer my full support and assistance for the all future endeavors of the chapter. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. I request Mr. Kader AA, Secretary, IEEE SSCS Kerala Chapter, to give the vote of thanks. Kader, sir.
Okay, just cut off a bit. Sorry about. Good evening. It's an honor to have been asked to offer a vote of thanks on the occasion of the inauguration of the Kerala chapter of Solid State Circuits Society. Let me first of all give my heartfelt thanks to our chief guest, Dr. John Long, IEEE SSCS President, for inaugurating the Kerala chapter of SSCS. Thank you, sir, for your visionary leadership and for your kind words, and your association will take us forward. Let me thank Dr. Alvin Lok, IEEE SSCS Chapters Chair, for the special address given on this occasion. Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words and for your leadership and for all the support that you have given us. Let me thank Dr. K.R. Suresh Nair, Chair, IEEE India Council, for the special address given on this occasion. Thank you, sir. Let me thank the speakers on this occasion. I wish to thank Mrs. Lauren Caruso, Administrator, SSCS, for a speech, I think. I wish to thank Dr. Srilal Pillai, Chair, Circuits and System Society, Kerala Chapter and Advisor, SSCS Kerala Chapter, for his speech on this occasion. Thank you, sir, for your wise words. I extend my heartfelt thanks and gratitude to Professor Muhammad Qasim, Founder Chair, SSCS Kerala Chapter and Vice Chair, Kerala IEEE Section, for his wonderful insights in the presidential address and for his guidance and vision. I extend my heartfelt thanks to Mr. Ajit Ravindran, Chair, IEEE SSCS Kerala Chapter, for the welcome address and for his leadership in bringing this chapter to a reality. I extend my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Nisha Kuruvula, Advisor, IEEE SSCS Kerala Chapter, for her association with us. I extend my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Ayub Khan, TE, Vice Chair, IEEE SSCS Kerala Chapter, for his speech on the occasion. Thank you, sir, for your wise words.
Kader, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we missed our Abira, Mrs. Abira.
Yes, sir. Yes, she's there. I wish to thank
that
Abira
felicitation.
Alberta. She was there before. I wish to thank Ms. Savira Alberta, Technical Community Program Specialist, IEEE SSCS, for her presence and for her encouragement in all our activities. Thank you, Ms. Savira, and extending forward. I wish to thank Dr. Samir SM, Secretary, IEEE Region 10, Dr. Millie Leonard, Chair, IEEE Kerala Section, Mr. Harish Mysore, Senior Director, IEEE India Operation, for the felicitations. Thank you all for your support and kind words. I extend my heartfelt thanks to all IEEE EXICOM members who have joined in the meeting and made this a grand success. I extend my thanks to Mr. Sachin Santosh, graduate member, IEEE SSCS, for the IEEE Code of Ethics and for his leadership among the students for the success of the chapter. I thank Dr. Anju Pradeep, Mrs. Ponmalar, Mr. Girish, Mr. Ajit Joseph, for introducing the speakers and for their active leadership in the formation of the chapter. I wish to thank Mr. Chintu, Mrs. Anju for comparing the event. And lastly, I wish to thank all the participants who illuminated this meeting with their presence and certainly giving the Solid State Circuit Society a great start. Thank you all. I hope I have not left somebody. All of you, thanks. I'm thankful for this, making this event a grand success. Thank you all.
With this, we have come to the end of the inauguration of IEEE SSCS Kerala chapter. Thank you all once again.
Yeah, our sincere thanks to all the participants. Very senior persons have joined this inaugural session, and heartful thanks to all the senior members and volunteers of IEEE Kerala section and the SSCS officers. Thank you all once again. Harish Mysore also. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Yeah. Bye.
Good night.
Yeah.